and welcome to Club 5 episode 12 of The Pilgrimage on FM24. I'm Jamie. Coming up on today's episode, two games for you. We're at home to Southampton and away to Nottingham Forest in the Premier League. And as you can see, since you were last with me, we've played only one match, and that was a 2-0 home win against Manchester City. So let's see if we can keep that going on today's episode. And the team to face Southampton is coming up in just a moment. Okay, here is the team then to face Southampton, and it is Severa in goal. Back four is Aït-Nouri, Darling, Iwu and Teze. Midfield four is João Gomes, Gore, Wharton and Franco. And it's Kalajic and Silva up front. So let's submit the team. I'm going to give a team talk. Okay, my assistant thinks if we carry our last performance into this match, we'll do well. Given that we beat Manchester City last time out, he's probably right. So let's pump the fists. And in fact, we can't pump the fists and agree with him. So we'll point the finger and agree with him. And let's get into the tunnel. How important will it be to score first? So we'll always play to win, and of course we want to score first. Am I confident? We're in a good place and we have to go out there and get the job done. Gary Rowett's men are on a poor run of 12 games without a win, and they're 19th in the Premier League. We look more than capable of dealing with Southampton. Surely a comfortable win. I think I need to say we have to respect them and see how the match goes. So let's get out there and see if we can grab another win. And surely put enough distance between us and the bottom three that we can temporarily at least stop worrying about relegation. So Franco's corner headed up rather than away, but then it's hammered clear by Southampton. Teze will collect, and the highlight is briefly continuing. In fact, Teze finds Iwu, so it will continue some more. Iwu into Franco, onto Fabio Silva. Franco's ball into the area is too close to the goalkeeper. And once again, the highlight is continuing. Patterson clears the ball over the halfway line. We win the header but give the ball away. In fact, we don't. They've dwelt on it, and Kalajic has nipped in to score the opening goal. It is Wolves 1, Southampton 0. So less than 10 minutes gone. We're a goal to the good already, and that lifts us up to 14th in the Premier League table, and now 8 points clear of the relegation zone as it stands. So coming up to the half-hour mark, still holding on to a 1-0 lead, and no intention of making any changes unless we need to at this stage. Severa plays it to Darling, to Aït-Nouri, onto João Gomes, who tucks back inside and finds Darling, who's given the ball away, trying to find Wharton and doesn't. And it's Django Ouattara, and he's found an equaliser for Southampton. It is Wolves 1, Southampton 1. So we're going to need to demand more. I'm not going to go attacking yet, as we win the header but give the ball away again. Vasquez into Lello, and Barcola plays it back. We've headed it away. Silva picks up the loose ball. He's going to need some help, but gives the ball away. Barcola comes forward for Southampton, and he's come a very long way and fires the ball over the top of the crossbar, and the highlight comes to an end. We need to get moving on this one. Let's go attacking. We'll demand more again as soon as we can. Wharton to Gore, into Teze, plays it forward for Kalajic, and it's a penalty, but it is going to be looked at by VAR. So we await the verdict. No penalty, so the foul is just outside the area. And we don't get to see the free kick. And there's the halftime whistle. It's 1-1 at the break. Should have been better than that. I'm going to say I don't like what I just saw. And we are going to make some changes. So, Fabio Silva is shattered. So we'll bring on Yakubu. And we'll swap Kalajic and Yakubu around. And what else? In fact, Kalajic could do with coming off. So we can bring on Niangbo. Although actually he can stay on a little bit longer. I'll leave him on, thinking about it. We'll take Franco off and bring on Aronson. And also Harry Darling is tiring, so let's get him off for Mosquera. And let's get out there for the second half. Demand more immediately. And hopefully we can get an early goal in the second half to restore the lead and increase the gap on the bottom three. As it is Southampton with the first highlights, headed away by Iwu. Barcola though, dispossessed by Kalajic, but it falls to Batella. Bednarek plays it into Django. Mosquera's clearance only picks out a Southampton player, but we've won it back. Teze to Aronson. Needs to get this forward. And in the end gives the ball away, but Iwu wins it straight back. Plays it forward to Kalajic, into Aziz, and out to João Gomez. Cuts it back for Gore, and Daniel Gore with a fine finish to make it Wolves 2, Southampton 1. And we're approaching the hour mark. The lead restored. So this time we need to at least hold on to it. Kalajic is now shattered. So we'll get him off. And we will now bring on Niangbo. As Aronson's corner comes in. It's headed up rather than away. Then it is cleared. João Gomez finds Aronson onto Gore. Mosquera to Aitnori. Falls to Aronson, who finds Wharton for the shot, and Patterson tips it round the post for a corner. And it's going to be Aronson with a right-footed in-swinging corner, but we don't get to see it. Right, João Gomez and Wharton both need to come off, ideally. So Wharton can come off for Joe Hodge. And João Gomez, in fact, we've run out of subs. So it's going to have to just be the one with about 13 minutes left. So hopefully no one has to go off injured and we can hold on for a 2-1 win. As Mosquera comes away with the ball, I'll demand more. Mosquera down the right for Aronson into Niangbo. Plays it into João Gomez. Plays it out to Aronson, who's continued his run. Crosses it for Niangbo. It's played back to Teze, into Gore. Back out to Teze on the right. Cuts it back to Hodge, who goes for the chip. And he's got it all wrong, and it's over the bar. And the highlight comes to an end. So into the final minute of the 90. Still 2-1. And there's 7 minutes of added time. So plenty of nerves. But we have seen the 7 minutes out. And there is your full-time whistle. Wolves 2, Southampton 1. And I'll be back in a moment with the second match of today's episode. Okay, time now for the second match of today's episode and a trip to relegation rivals Nottingham Forest. Team for this one, Severa in goal, back four, Zandona, Darling, Mosquera and Iwu. It's Aronson, João Gomez, Bellegarde and Guedes in midfield, Kalajic and Silva up front. So let's submit the team and go and give a team talk. Okay, my assistant thinks we're doing well and we're on a good run. Keep it going, shall we? Can we pump the fists and say that? We can. So let's do that. And let's get out into the tunnel. Has the positive atmosphere around the club contributed to this strong run of form? Definitely something to the suggestion we're playing better because we're enjoying it. Sasa Kalajic starts again and will no doubt be looking to continue his fine vein of form. How pleased have I been with his performances. He's playing very well and I'm excited about what he's been doing. What's the general mood around the squad? We're happy, confident and ready to play football. So let's get out there and prove that, as Nottingham Forest are in pretty poor form but did win their last game, and it is being described as a 6-pointer, and it absolutely is. If we win this, I don't see any way we get dragged back into the relegation dogfight. Lose it, and I think we are right back in it. So this is a massive match. Forest will be surely dropped back into the relegation zone if they lose this one. And we are under pressure, but the keeper with the catch to relieve that pressure. So let's demand more. We haven't started well this time. We're demanding more. Bischoff with the corner, and the header is over the top from Nottingham Forest. So a very poor start from us. But now it's down at the other end and we've got a free kick. Guedes standing over it. And the right footer around the wall doesn't miss by a lot, but it's over the top of the bar. And the highlight comes to an end. So Forest have had much the better of the opening 25 minutes. But the score is still 0-0. Bischoff's corner though, headed away. And we're chasing it, but Williams has got there first. Gets the cross in. And it's headed away. And Hudson-Odoi keeps it in, but gives it straight to Aronson. Forward for Kalajic. Has he got the pace to get away from the Forest man? He finds Aronson. Plays it to João Gomez, who forces a save from Vlachodimos in the Forest goal. So we'll have a corner. Aronson with it. Right-footed in swinger. Headed up rather than away. And then cleared, but only back to Aronson. Squared to Darling. Plays it to the right for Iwu. Bellegarde into Guedes, who shoots and forces the corner. So this one will be a right-footed outswinger from Aronson. And it's headed at the near post over the top of the bar. And that is the end of that highlight. But the next highlight is a Nottingham Forest one. But we've won it back. Mosquera to Guedes. Into Silva. Ball over the top for Kalajic, who shoots wide, but he's offside anyway. So it wouldn't have counted. And Forest with a corner. Headed away. Elanga though picks up the loose ball. Plays it back to Emerson. To Soyuncu. Emerson again into Gabriel Silva, who forces the save out of Severa. So it's a Nottingham Forest corner. The highlight continues. Gabriel Sara with the left-footed in-swinging corner to the far post, which Severa catches comfortably, and the highlight does finally end. So hopefully we can get to half-time with the score at 0-0, and I can inject some belief into the lads, because they're lacking it at the moment, and we absolutely cannot afford to go in a goal down. And the final highlight of the first half is a Forest corner. Sara's corner, and the header from Simeone finds the back of the net. Forest lead. It's Nottingham Forest 1, Wolves 0. And that is half time. So let's get in there and do something about this. I'm going to point the finger. Start hitting the target more often. Absolutely. And we're going to have to make at least a couple of changes. Iwu for Teze at right back. Zandona for Aït-Nouri at left back. And also Kalajic is not having a good game. I'll bring Yakubu on. And let's try those two the other way around. No, better that way, so we'll leave it like that. And also, do I make a fourth change? I'm going to bring Tanganga on for the nervous Mosquera. And that will have to do. We've still got a couple more players I would have taken off if we had more subs. But we don't, so we're going to demand more. And hopefully we can get back into this one fairly quickly in the second half. Gabia to Soyuncu for Forest though. To Emerson. Into Alanga. Emerson back to Soyuncu. Sara to Soyuncu to Emerson. But Guedes nips in to win it. Drives into the penalty area. Pulls it back. And we should have had a foul there, surely, but he's got away with it. Gabia for Nottingham Forest. Plays a square ball to Bischoff, which is overhit. Silva picks it up. Bellegoord. And we've got a free kick. And Gabia's been sent off for Nottingham Forest. So we're now up against 10 men. So now is the time to go attacking. And it is Aït-Nouri with the throw into Gomez. Aronson's cross. And the header from Guedes is over the top. So we've now got one more substitution remaining. I'm not going to use it yet. We should at least be able to nick a point out of this. And maintain the gap to Nottingham Forest, if nothing else. So let's demand more. As the corner comes in and it's cleared, but it's Bellegoord and the highlight comes to an end. Still nothing. Right, João Gomez is going to come off for Andre Franco. And we've got 20 minutes to find an equaliser against 10 men. So let's demand more. As Vlachodimos takes the goal kick, but we've won it back. Franco to Aït-Nouri. Forward for Aronson, but it's given away. Back to Vlachodimos. Emerson to Soyuncu. And we've won it back. Aronson cuts inside, plays it forward, and Franco slots it past the keeper. And it is Nottingham Forest 1, Wolves 1. We've now got 13 minutes to try and find a winner. So can we manage it in the final 10 minutes now? And we are into stoppage time. There's 5 minutes. Teze with the throw-in. Finds Bellegoord. Teze again. Back to Bellegoord. Into Guedes. Onto Aronson, who smashes it into the back of the net. And it counts. It is Nottingham Forest 1, Wolves 2. And we've got about 3 minutes to hold on for a massive 3 points. And that should be good enough for the win. And there it is. Final score, Nottingham Forest 1, Wolves 2. And I'll be back in a moment to show you the Premier League table and tell you what's coming up on the next episode. Okay, time now to take a look at the Premier League table, and as you can see, we're in 12th place in the league with 7 wins, 5 draws, 9 defeats and 26 points on the board, so well above the 1 point per game survival ratio. And so let's have a look now at when we're going to come back, and I think what I'm going to do is I'm going to bring you back at the end of January, and I'll show you the Premier League game away to West Ham, and I'll show you the second leg of our EFL Cup semi-final against Arsenal. So if you've enjoyed that, please leave a nice thumbs up on there for me. Subscribe to the channel for daily Football Manager videos. Thank you very much indeed for watching, and goodbye.